All right. So I've been waiting to do a stream about this. I wanted to do it with you because you haven't heard the whole story.
Oh, fuck. I'm excited.
And the whole story is a little ridiculous.
Okay.
I labeled the stream shit everywhere. Actual shit. That is exactly what we're going to talk about. Let's lower this a little bit. Do a little adjustments here. All right.
That's my version of it.
That's your version of it? All right, I guess I can point it towards you a little bit too here. Yeah, gets in there. He's not that evil looking.
I know. God,
right.
dude,
What?
it's fucked up.
What?
It's so evil.
It's like in your nightmares or something. I'm
Dude,
like this close to your face.
It's like it. You look like fucking it. You look like that clown, dude.
All right. Go watch the stream if you're listening, which no one listens or watches. So I guess that no. So no one. I guess I'm talking to myself.
Talking into the
I watch
void,
it sometimes.
Dude. I do too. I'll have a laugh.
All right. So earlier this week, Wednesday, there was a little bit of a overflow in the basement. You know, a little overflow. We do laundry and something gets caught in the drain and a little water gets on the ground, right? No big deal. Drains out eventually through the floor drain. It's like a 2-story house with like a shitty unfinished basement. And the floor drain is getting a little more clogged, whatever. This time, someone does laundry, floods pretty bad. Starts going down, someone else does laundry, floods it really bad.
Like how much water are we talking? Like an inch? Like a half an inch?
Yeah, like a couple inches of water.
Damn.
Then I go down there Wednesday. I'm like, all right, I got to clean this up because I can't just let this water sit here and it's not draining fast enough. So I get in there, bucket, respirator, shovel. And I realize there's maybe a little something extra than a little laundry.
Oh, fuck.
And so me and my brother are actually, it's shit water. I'll just put it out there. It is sewage. It's raw sewage coming up through the pipe like it got flushed out and up. And there's lumps of shit everywhere.
What?
Shit.
Oh.
And I was scraping black shit, kind of like orangish brown shit, like off the concrete with a shovel. I was actually shoveling shit. And when I realized what it was, I was like, time out. I'm going to go eat first. Because I didn't really see it. I was like, yeah, it looks like some fucked up shit here, fucked up shit there. Mm-hmm. No big deal. I'm going to go eat so I don't lose my appetite. And then I was like, you know what? There's no way I'm going to be able to do this sober. Just piles of shit everywhere in my basement. So I get a couple, shots of Henny in me. Okay. Get a couple beers going.
Okay.
And I'm like, Austin, you ready to do this? Let's go. All right, so we're doing it. We're basically like, I try to pump out some of the water. That pump's done. That pump's done.
Fuck, dude.
That pump's done, bro.
It's full of shit now.
It's full of shit. And so I was like, all right, well, so we're like shoveling up cardboard because there's cardboard that got wet too, shit wet. And like me shoveling chunks of shit and whatever else was down there into a bucket and hauling it out. So there was just a huge, probably like 5x5 pile of trash and shit in my side yard. So
it's fucked up.
It's so fucked up. So,
oh my God, dude. And
in the middle of it, Austin would want to talk about it while we're doing it. And he'd be like, dude, it's actually, I go, shut the fuck up. Shut the fuck up.
Yeah, I don't want to talk.
Shut the fuck up, Austin. Don't talk about anything. Please do not talk about it, Austin. Let's just do it. Mm-hmm. And every once in a while, it would just be quiet. Me and him down there, scraping the shit and getting it out as fast as I could. And I was starting to get lightheaded and whatnot. And he does one of those.
No, dude. No.
I go, Austin.
Austin. Don't do it. You don't do that.
Shut up.
Oh, fuck
Quiet, it. Please. Stop, Austin.
Fucking go upstairs.
And he goes, "Blah." Blah. And then I'm like, shut the and I'm like trying to black it out. As I'm probably scraping one of my roommate's shit off the ground and putting it in a bucket. And so,
dude,
you know, calling the landlord, getting it all figured out. Basically, what ends up happening is we cleaned a lot of it. Why are you so far away now?
Sorry.
Why are you so far
I'm
away
just
now?
listening, dude. I'm engrossed in the story.
Right, you're engrossed?
I'm engrossed out, dude.
I shouldn't even be here right now. I'm going to leave after this. We're going to do 20 minutes and I'm getting the fuck out of here.
Word.
So
it doesn't smell too bad. I mean,
no, they cleaned up a lot of it today. So we'll get to this part of the story. This is the weekend. We're still back on Wednesday.
Oh fuck.
So let's say Thursday we get some people, or no, it's Friday. So we get people in Friday as soon as possible, and they're like, yeah, we'll there's some plumbers. They're like, yeah, we'll just snake it out. We'll snake it out, no big deal. They're like, yeah, we're gonna have to go get the industrial snake because it wasn't working. And my brother was here. They're like, yeah, there's something in the way. We're gonna go get the industrial one, which is like 100-foot snake.
Jeez.
So they're going down the main pipe and out to the street. The industrial snake doesn't work. And he goes, yeah. They're like panicking. You can like hear him. You can hear him panicking like, it's not making any better. And my other roommate could see more shit bubbling up out of the pipe.
No, dude.
So we have a shit fountain in our basement.
No, dude.
That an industrial snake can't even stop. So they go, there's nothing we can do. The city now needs to come. It's on the city side. And I don't know if you know the city of Portland, but they have those little city cars, city of Portland, people driving around all over the place, and they have a ton of employees and all this stuff. They're working all the time. They always have someone on duty ready to come rescue the situation or basically make it so you don't have a terrible lawsuit on your hands. They're trying to nip that in the bud right away.
Right.
So the city now comes in, and they're checking they're like, you know, they went in the manhole cover and checked it, and they're like, yeah, it looks like something's blocking the drain. And we don't know what it is. We're going to try and vac it out. We're going to try and suck it out. And I left at that point.
You're like, I'm out.
I'm like, see you guys.
Done.
Have fun.
Yeah, I don't care what happens now.
And what ended up happening is I come back today, and they had cut a giant hole in the road overnight.
The city
to go see what the fuck is down there.
Oh, my God.
And there's just so much shit backed up in the main drain that it overflowed all the way into my house. And I was just probably scooping up my neighbor's shit. All the salt and straw dumps, all the pock dumps people have been leaving out.
Those are some hot dumps, dude.
It was disgusting. And you know what happened in the morning of Thursday? I got a terrible chest pain all the way up my throat.
Wait, did you sleep here?
I did.
Oh.
What was I thinking?
Yeah, dude.
And so... And then
bailed.
It was like I felt like I was having a fucking heart attack. Yeah. Then I had like a bloody nose, and I never had a bloody nose. So I don't know if that was from that or if I just...
Dude, I had a random bloody nose the other day, too.
It's all the stuff they're spraying on us. But other than that, basically, that was disgusting. And so up until today, they basically they tried to vac it. Didn't work. More shit came up. They're like, all right, now we got to drill the pipe out. Like send a drill up there to see if they can get whatever it is out of the way. No dice. So they, at this point, are like, okay, we're sending in fucking the 911 cleaners, to clean the whole place out. So they're basically cleaning the whole basement. They're saying it was the city's fault because the shit was so backed up and they didn't take care of the pipes that it just eventually overflowed shit into our house. Seems normal. Seems legit.
Wow.
And so I don't know what to do at this point. It's not my responsibility, but I think it's really fucked up. And
so did they
had a really fun time cleaning that out.
Did they clean out the basement for you?
So they're cleaning everything out of the basement, and they're gonna spray anti-mold stuff. Clean it all the way up.
Wow. And now is the city paying for that? See,
that's where insurance and the city, let's be honest, there's going to be a little lawsuit going on.
Yeah, for sure. Absolutely.
And it's funny because I have which is legal in Oregon, to have a couple pot plants. Mm-hmm. And I was just thinking, like, we're going to literally have all these people coming through, and it's in the basement in a corner in a little room, and they're going to be like, what the fuck? They're going to be like, what is this? I'm like, whatever, don't worry about it, guys. It's just a couple pot plants, no big deal.
Yeah.
It's not hurting
as long
nobody.
as it's like, what, you can have like up to 8 veg?
You can have 4. I don't know, something like that.
I think you can have more for flowering, and you can have more that are vegetating.
Oh, no shit.
I think so.
Nice. Well, I'll have to Google it then.
Yeah.
So that has been quite the week for me. And it's funny because that was the end of the shitty week.
Fuck.
The beginning of this week, it was so retarded, dude. This is just embarrassing. So
let me hear it.
I chew my fingernails. Well, I harvest them. And then I cut them in half with my teeth because it feels good, like any other normal person does.
Of course, yes. Then you plant them in your gums.
No, I don't know, weirdo. Fucking weirdo.
Yeah, that's weird. I won't do that.
So, Monday, I'm, oh, boom, harvest a good one. Yeah. I got goosh. And I crack the back of my tooth clean off. The back of my whole entire tooth clean off.
Wait, what tooth?
It's not left one.
Oh, yeah. Oh, shit, dude.
I completely clean off with a fingernail, okay? And what happens when you break a tooth? It's all jagged and
sharp
and obnoxious.
Yeah.
So, what an ironic thing to happen. I have OCD where I see a little white spot on my fingernail and I go, time to chomp that right off. So what's the punishment for that? The universe says, well, we're going to crack your tooth chewing or your fucking fingernail chewing tooth.
Yeah.
And then you're going to be feeling that all the time. So now it's like constantly scraping my tongue. So now my OCD is even worse about it.
Oh, boy.
And it's basically just like, get over it, dumb motherfucker.
Right.
Because I don't have insurance. Who has insurance? Honestly, all the costs that someone has paid for me to have insurance is way less than what I've actually, my health problems. You know what I'm saying? So if they're paying fucking $400 a month for my health insurance, in the past, I didn't have $4,000 worth of work done during the year.
Sure. What about like OHP? Like what about the poor people insurance? That's what I have.
Yeah, I'm not going to get OHP.
Why not?
Do I look like a single mom?
Do I look like a single mom?
You sound like one.
Fuck you.
I'm just fucking with you. No, I should have got it, but I don't really give a fuck, honestly. Suck my dick. So.
Okay. All right. We got a big
badass over here. Doesn't want health care.
Dude, yeah.
No, it's just the point that I know it cost me more to have it than to fix myself. But you don't always know that because things are unpredictable. Which I probably should just get health insurance here soon. But point is, health insurance is a scam. But where the fuck were we, man?
You chipped your tooth.
Chipped my fucking tooth.
Biting your nail.
And ironically, I now have something that's even worse for my OCD, which is that I have a fucking sharp tooth. So, fast forward.
So that was the beginning of your week?
Yeah. That was the beginning of my week. Okay. Fast forward, I'm working on music shit that same day. Mm-hmm. And I take out my phone. I'm like sending fucking emails and messages and all that stuff while I'm working. And then I get a call from Comcast. And I like picked up my phone in a certain way, which I got to pay Comcast too a lot. But they'll call me every day and I won't answer. So
fuck you, Comcast.
So my point is, I break my phone.
You broke your phone.
So then I break my phone. I'm like,
how'd you break your phone?
Like, all right, tight.
You dropped it?
Yeah.
You dropped it.
No. I was like taking off the case and the screen popped off. So now the touch screen doesn't work.
Fuck. God damn, dude.
Yeah. No, it was pretty bad. And then I look at my parents call me. Cause I put my fucking SIM card in a shit phone.
Okay.
And they're like, yeah, it looks like you're overdrawn on your bank account. I go, what are you talking about? I get all my mail sent to them. And they're like, yeah, you have like negative $13. I'm like, all right. Apparently, someone messed up one number on the OnPoint account and charged me $1,000. Because once again, I don't keep money in a bank account. Let's be honest.
Credit union.
I don't keep money in nothing.
No.
But point is, keep the cash, dog. Come on.
Cash under the bed.
That's right. Not the bed, but
metaphorical bed.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So point is, that was one thing. There was one more thing that was just, but I got that fixed really quick. It's just the fact that I had to deal with all of that the next day because I had work to do. I had a bunch of shit to do. I had to get to work, do all that fun stuff.
Jesus. Wait, so someone fucked up a number on one of your forms, one of your bank or whatever, one of your statements?
Someone was auto withdrawing from... No. It was from some random lawyer. I was like, this isn't my lawyer.
Oh.
And so I asked On Point. They're like, yeah, someone just, instead of typing in their member number, they actually typed in your member number.
Oh.
Really On Point. You have our numbers that fucking close.
Dude.
You have our numbers that fucking close.
That makes me think of like how often that kind of shit happens where it's like, you know, someone's having a long day. They type in one number wrong and like $3 million gets wired into your account or some shit like that.
I know people who've got $60,000 in their account and it was months and months and months and months before anyone said anything. It's just a rich person who was transferring $60K, no big deal, and then never said anything, never noticed.
Huh. Holy shit! And so, if you do spend that money, if it just shows up and you like, or like, I'm spending this right now, I'm buying a guitar, I'm buying this and that, is that illegal? Or because it's just happen to be in your account, like, can you be held liable for that? It's not stealing.
I don't think you're gonna get away with saying, I don't know why. What? I don't know what you're talking about. I don't know.
Well, yeah, you can just be like, well, it just showed up and No,
you pull it out. You pull it out cash, and just run away.
Just with $60K. Yeah, gonna go start a new life.
I start a new life, $60K.
Yeah, no, it would be good. You'd have to start working at fucking Wendy's pretty soon. You know.
It's true. I know people who inherited like $40,000 and blew it within a couple of years.
Dude, it's easy. Especially if you're like trying to pretend like you're balling out with 40 grand. You know, it's like, oh, you're going to spend that shit so fast.
They go get their own apartment. There goes $10K in 1 year. In 2 years, half of it's gone. Buy a car. Yeah. Brand new car.
Right. Even if you're like leasing a car or something. Like a nice one.
Get some heat.
Fucking.
Boom, there goes another K.
Go out every night to a nice place.
Always buying this dude's case, the Crystal Head vodka. It's like $60 for a fifth.
God.
Trash.
So
Which
stupid.
Reminds me, you're talking about how you had 2 IPAs and you're hungover. You want to go take a nap already. It's 5 o'clock.
Yeah, dude. I had fucking 2 goddamn IPAs last night, and they were like the bitter kind, you know? Yeah, why are you in here?
The comments are why.
The kind of bitter kind, and I don't know what's wrong. I fucking woke up not like hungover, but just feeling kind of shitty, you know? Not like, oh, I can't do anything, blah, but just feeling like 80%, you know?
Like 80% like shit?
No, 80% good, but 20%. I'm not 100%.
Well, it's because you didn't get any sleep.
That's also probably why.
Wait, did you have 12 ounces? Talk on the mic. Look over here, bro. 12 ounces?
Don't tell me what to do. I'll talk where I want.
We want to hear you, bro. Listen to your beautiful voice.
Yeah, just the cans, you know? Just little cans. I had 2 of the little cans, and I didn't drink any water, but I did stay up late and didn't smoke any weed. And then I woke up feeling like a little like shit. And I'm like, this is how it starts, you know? This is how it starts.
Yeah.
This is the getting old that I've heard of, where you can just drink like 1 or 2 beers and you're like, whoa, I kind of feel trashy, you know. It's starting to give me indigestion and stuff.
No, I feel that because there was a time when we would pound a bottle with, you know, a couple people.
Oh, yeah.
And then it just keep going the next day or something.
Yeah.
You know? Like, I can't do that anymore. People are like on vacation, like, ha ha ha, let's drink in the morning. I do not know how people do that.
Dude, fuck that. It only works if you have all the time in the world to just like sleep and like kind of feel like shit and then just like eat and do nothing. Like that's the only way that you're ever going to like deal with like day drinking and that kind of stuff. It just makes me want to go to bed.
If you're doing that, you should be punched in the face.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, if you're like a really rich person and you have absolutely nothing to do, you should still probably be punched in the face. But yeah, at least then it's like justifiable. Whereas people like us, it's like, can't be fucking getting day drunk, dude.
No. And
day drunk.
And our livers are probably so done being raised around a bunch of alcoholics who tell you that it's okay to have a couple glasses of wine when you get home. Mm-hmm. Mom, 6 bottles of beer is not a couple glasses of wine.
Some Henry Weinhardt. But
once again, that's the misconceptions we get from watching TV all the time and sucking that fucking Hollywood dick, where they basically are like, what is the response when someone has a hard day? What do they do?
I need a drink.
Wow, that'll really help my anxiety.
Yeah.
Little did you know is that's the source of your anxiety.
Right. That's why you're incapable of dealing with your emotions, is because you've been fucking drowning them anytime it gets bad.
That's that psychological coaching that is so fucked up. And I'm gonna do one more topic before we get out of here.
Yeah.
Which is the way people are influenced by culture, especially fucking Hollywood and movies and music. So, for a great example is I was transgender until I was like 5.
Yeah.
I was transgender until I was 5.
You're like, I don't know what that kid is.
Very fluid.
That kid is something else.
I remember I really liked Nirvana in In Utero. You know that album?
It's a great album.
Really cool artwork. And I was like obsessed with the sound and the art and stuff as a kid. So I opened up the insert for the CD. And I don't know if you know anything about the insert in the CD cover or anything. It's Kurt Cobain dressed like a woman. So I, as a 4-year-old fag, decided that it would be a clever idea to go through my mom's clothes and wear some, so he tries a little something on. And I really do think it was like a sexual thing.
Really?
Yes. I really do think it was a sexual thing. And so my mom, or I think it was my mom, walked in and she's like, what are you doing? Like, I was like wearing her fucking underwear and shit. It's like a 4-year-old kid, 5-year-old kid. Like, what the fuck?
Damn.
And they're like, no, you guys, little boys don't wear stuff like this. I go, but Kurt did it. But Kurt Cobain did it. Because they would always like hype him up. He's like he's like a crazy musician. I was listening to like Jimi Hendrix and like AC/DC. And so that shit was influencing my mind. So when I saw that, I was like, oh, well, that's cool. He must think that must be the cool thing to do. That must be whatever. But no, it was because it was a misconception that I had because I thought he was cool. And so I was influenced that way. And that's why people I'll be like, no, you can't let your kids see their idol dressed as a woman because that influences their mind. And they think I'm crazy. They're like, what are you talking about? Like, no, it totally does. It influences your mind. So when you watch a movie like the one I saw on Netflix like yesterday night, so bad. Brand new release called The Perfectionist. It is the most... Oh, dude, it is so bad. If kids watch that shit, they'd be so fucked in the head.
Netflix is all terrible SJW garbage.
Oh, dude, if you hear this, you'd be baffled. And I'll go real quick because I'm trying to get the fuck out of here. But basically, it starts out, it's about these two fucking cello player girls. One is this white girl. One is this black girl who's a little younger. And the white girl is like envious of the young black girl, how she's like so good and like she's like the new hot thing. And like their same teacher is like promoting this I guess she's like half black or something girl, this mixed race girl, and the white girl follows her to China and then ends up hooking up with her lesbian style. So right away introducing the lesbian thing. And one thing that doesn't match reality is both those girls were slightly attractive, which it does not exist with lesbian couples. Trust me, I live in Portland, Oregon. I walk around this bitch all the time in the middle of lesbian land. So don't even talk to me about this shit.
No, it's true.
This is field research.
But it's true.
Okay, I'm the Jane Goodall of Portland. People. So
he's got a clipboard.
Yes.
Like a magnifying glass.
The boys have lead poisoning.
Yes. The boys are all...
they're basically women, and the women are basically men.
Interesting.
This is crazy.
Interesting. The boys, they're crying all the time because women are having sex with all of the men. It's like the role reversal is happening. And
well, around here, it's only like 1 to 5% of dudes get pussy, but they get all the pussy. Right. And then all the guys, all the other 90% just have to resort to being homosexual because that's the only option they have. And I understand that because none of the girls want to have sex with them.
Right. That's how you get your rocks off.
So let's rewind to the Perfectionist movie. So the white girl hooks up with this mixed breed. I mean, she's attractive. Let's be real.
Mixed breed, dude.
This fantasy lesbian. I thought it was going to be a softcore, and I was like, "Fuck yeah!"
I'm into it. A long lead up, but cool.
But I walked into the wrong thing. So,
all right,
the white girl drugs the black girl, but you don't know this yet. So the whole point is, let me just keep going really quick.
What?
So they're on a bus to get to the next place, and the black girl's like, I'm feeling really bad, and she's like, oh, well, there's like, the white girl's like, oh, there's like bugs crawling under your skin and all this stuff. Eventually, she chops off her hand because she says, there's bugs in your hand. You know what you need to do, and pulls out like a cleaver, and then boom, chops off a hand. And she's like, and then leaves her in the middle of nowhere. Eventually, she ends up getting back to civilization. She has like a nub, so she can't play cello anymore.
This is the black girl?
Yes. So the white girl sabotaged this black girl right away, starting the themes of white people will drug you and they're bad. So even the lesbian ones.
Right.
So don't even think about it.
Can't even trust them.
Can't even trust them.
She's probably just pretending to be lesbian so she could, manipulate her.
Exactly.
Yeah.
So they get back to society, whatever, and it's back in the evil white guys, heterosexual white American male mansion where he trains these girls. And apparently it's like a little culty where if they're not perfect, then he drugs them and rapes them. So the black girl tells the heterosexual white male cult leader guy, this girl did this to me. I can't play all this, yada yada yada. So she's like, okay, let's punish her. And they're like, so they get the white girl to capture her, they bring her back into the dungeon, and they're like, if you can't play this song perfect, I'm going to kill this little Asian girl who's like the next perfectionist. Of course, the only people ever playing cello in the movie are Asians.
The only people ever actually playing.
Have you ever seen a black person play a violin? They'd laugh in your face. Real black people. But my point is...
Yeah, I can't think of one. I'm really trying to think. No.
Google it. So
I bet there's one.
I'm sure there's probably one.
There's probably one.
Well, I'll give him that. So, point is, she plays it perfect. He's like, you really think I would kill that girl if you didn't play it right? And then they all start, and then he leaves, and then they're like, torture her, and the white guy leaves. And it's like, of course, his little henchmen are all white guys with mustaches, of course. And right as they're about, okay, so the black girl's there too. So she's like, yeah, let's get her. So she takes her nub.
Yeah.
And she's about to fist the white girl.
No.
She's about, is that fisting or nubbing?
It's nubbing, dude. That's a whole different
Nuggeting.
thing.
They're about to nugget a fucking white girl with her little nub. It was so funny. She's like going up and like getting in between the legs. And right as she's about to, no, don't do it. Which, let's be honest, lesbians, they'll take a fist like nothing. They'll take a fist like nothing, dog. So, point is,
we're just stuck on the visual.
So then the bodyguard guys die. They're like, oh, I'm feeling a little woozy and goosh, and die.
Okay.
And the black girl poisoned them. So now she's saving the white girl. Well, okay, let's rewind.
Wow, she's such a good person.
Yeah,
dude.
exactly. It's like, when did you have a change of heart? When did you have the change of heart from let's capture her and torture her to let's poison everyone, which she learned from the white girl, which is another weird theme. But the whole point is because the white girl poisoned her.
Right.
So, back to what I was saying. So then, of course, the movie ends in they beat the white dude to death. The heterosexual white dude to death.
Good.
Yep. And then they're like in love, and they're like, oh my, love, lesbian love. We killed him and all this stuff, and I forgive you and all this stuff. Oh, you saved my life, even though I fucking poisoned you and you chopped your own hand off, and I left you in the middle of a desert to die. But I forgive you, and it's love.
It's love. Yeah. We've just been through a lot.
She's like, you saved me, because that was the whole point. The white girl saying, I saved you from him, so that now you don't even have a hand, so he can't rape you for not being perfect. Because he would like punish them by raping them so that they would play the song perfect. That's a lot of pressure, if you ask me. It's a lot of pressure.
I'm
glad my piano teacher didn't do that to me. Because fuck, she was that nasty old bitch with her crooked toes.
Dude, would you know though if they drug you? You wouldn't remember.
No, so that was the whole thing. Is like every scene that was like inferencing that they were clearly drugged, and he was like walking up naked. It's so funny.
Wow.
It's kind of lighting's good for that.
It's so scary, dude. Jesus. Honestly, dude, this does not surprise me one bit. Every time, I mean, I haven't even watched half of this shit on Netflix that I see now, like the new Wanda Sykes stand-up. There's another song called, like, See You Yesterday, or show called See You Yesterday, or maybe it's a movie, and it's like black kids invent a time machine in the hood and like go back to, you know, save their friend from getting shot by the police. And there's just a never-ending stream, and it's just getting more and more like the only protagonist that there's allowed to be is either, if you're lucky, like maybe a white lady, but definitely some sort of like gender
single
fluid,
white guy in every
you know?
single Netflix original is a crooked tooth rapist, hillbilly,
or it's like the rich
archetypal piece of shit.
Or it's like the rich guy, the rich asshole guy who like rapes girls or some shit like that.
And I have a theory about this. They're pandering to the only audience that watches shitty Netflix shows and movies.
Yeah. No, they probably know their demographic really well. People who just sit around and waste their lives away.
Yes.
Yeah. And they're like, oh, yeah, the white guys, they're not watching. They're watching YouTube.
No, the white guys are out there fucking making money.
Right. And then, but when they have time, they're watching YouTube. They're watching other productive shit. They're watching like, how do I fucking get this compressor to work on my fucking thing? How do I, you know,
exactly.
Or I'll watch a podcast of people who do productive things so I know how to do more productive things.
Yeah.
And, you know,
and the only people who have, you know, time to sit around and watch Netflix is like, say, those liberal moms on Bull Mountain who have nothing else to do with their time. Mm-hmm. So they watch Netflix and drown out when they're on Xanax and red wine, which is very, very typical. And that's the thing is like Joey Diaz talks a lot about how like basically how like the hood was or how New York was back in the day when he was growing up and how, you know, there's no cameras. He would just rob places and like the same. He goes, that doesn't exist anymore. Colorado, like back in the day when it was just a bunch of stupid white people who wouldn't lock their doors.
Right. You just walk
no
in.
security cameras, no alarms. It's like these people are stupid. And they're allowing a savage like him to just go in and fucking take whatever he wants. And it's different around here. There is cameras, there's all this stuff, but it's not like there isn't different crimes that are going on. It's not like there isn't people ready to get fucked in the ass every day by someone with their cheeks spread wide open.
Sure.
And it just comes in a different form.
Absolutely.
And I guess that's a subject for another podcast. We've done a half hour. We'll call it there. I'm probably going to cut this up a little bit.
Cut it up
my
in clips.
spare time.
Yeah.
Cut up in clips. But
clips are good.
yeah. Thanks for coming on again.
Yeah, dude. Of course. Thanks for having me.
Hell yeah.
Thanks for dealing with my tired ass.
Yeah. I'll wake you up next time with some fucking bull or something. Blast, bro.